ara ẹ̀ ẹ bá mi jó. Ènìyàn mi ẹ bá mi jó. Kíkì olúwa mi. Ẹ bá mi gbéga, ẹ bá mi gbéga, ẹ bá mi gbéga. Ẹ bá mi gbé Jésù ga ọba ọlọ́lá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi kúbẹ̀ ọlọ́run sámù sí wa. Bóyá fi ijó rẹ̀ gbéga, ẹ bá mi gbéga, ẹ bá mi gbéga. Ẹ bá mi gbé Jésù ga ọba ọlọ́lá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi gbéga, ẹ bá mi gbéga. Bóyá náwó ẹ sókè àná rẹ̀ máa nù. Àná rẹ̀ máa nù. You are the God who opened up no man can shut. You are not a man, you are not a man. No, you are not a man. You are the God of everything. No one like you, no one like you, no one like you, Jesus. No one like you. I weep my young Baba, me no one like you. No one like you. You are the God like you. No one like you. Bóyá mo mọ̀ pé wá mo mú ìwà o Jésù. Kúbẹ̀, kíkì, kúbẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé wá mo mú ìwà o Jésù. Jésù. Bóyá náwó ẹ sókè Yeshua. A máa sì yá lélẹ́lẹ́. Lion of Judah, oh, Agune Temba, Yeshua, Amasia, Lion of Judah, Agune Temba, we are sorry for things that are impossible, the things that money cannot buy. The things that money cannot buy, the things that money cannot do, are the things he has done for me. Father.
Thanks to everyone joining us. We really appreciate your time on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's a great time. It's going to be a beautiful conversation on this broadcast this hour. I really appreciate those of you connecting to this broadcast this hour, and those of you coming to the studio. Thank you very much for the pleasure of your time. It's a celebration galore in the studio, and it's going to be a beautiful hour in this broadcast on this African Portal Radio TV International. As you are connected with us, kindly share, like, comment, let this go viral. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. Let's celebrate this great leader of our time. Let's celebrate one of the icon, one of the great African icon in the studio in style. Today, as I've been talking about it, we've been sharing it, and it's been going viral. 70th birthday celebration of Professor Sunday Olusegun Ojo. It's live and direct on the African Portal Radio TV International. Everyone, no matter where you are, no matter what you are doing now, please pause. Let's celebrate this great African icon. Let everyone give him a round of applause for the great work he's doing in Africa, and for being one of the voice of Africa, and for being one of the face of Africa, and for being one of the great people in the continent of Africa. When we are talking about the scholars, it's one of the scholars in Africa. And when we are talking about the people that sang, is one of them. And that is why we're giving this opportunity to be on the African Portal Radio TV International. Sir, it is my great pleasure to have you this hour to celebrate your birthday in style, and also to say to you, happy birthday to you, sir. We celebrate you. This is a great achievement, the platinum year. We really, really thank God for your life. I welcome you to the African Portal Radio TV International. A lot of people are listening to you. A lot of people are watching this broadcast all over the world. Let me allow you to introduce yourself before we get to the business of the day.
Well, thank you. The manager in charge of African Portal. I'm Professor Sunday Olusegun. I'm a professor of computer science. I recently retired, but not tired. I still work for universities as consultants, as adjunct professor, as a project lead. I currently lead a project of the British Council involving Sheffield Island University in the UK, Ladoke University in Nigeria, Kisi University in Kenya, Durban University of Technology in South Africa, and Innovate Durban, our ecosystem player. It's been a journey, and it's a pleasure to be on ground here on this occasion of my 70th birthday celebration.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, sir. I'm so happy and I'm so delighted to have a great leader like you and one of the knowledgeable person on the surface of earth. Sir, it is not a mistake that today is your birthday. So on behalf of everyone listening to African Portal and this great radio station, I want to congratulate you and I want to say happy birthday to you. Let me just give you the idea of what is coming on this program this hour. We're going to be celebrating you in style, and at the same time we are going to take you around. We need to share from your experience. Many people will be listening to you. Incoming generation want to learn from you, and they also want to they want to follow your style, and a lot of people would like to also know how you get to where you are now. So this will be the conversation that we'll be having on this broadcast this hour. But before we do that, let me just quickly give some people opportunity to connect to this studio as well. I can see that I have few people connecting to the African Portal live in the studio. So please, if you are connecting goodness, please kindly open your camera so that we'll be able to see who is behind the camera. Please open your camera. And I see Unique as well. Unique, if you are there, kindly open your camera so that we can start this conversation together and celebration together. And to those of you that will be joining us from the other part of the world, this program, if you comment on it, you are the co-host of this program. So I encourage you, please kindly share, like, comment. It's going to be a great conversation and it's going to be a great celebration in the studio. So I sincerely appreciate those of you that you are connecting right now. Thank you for the pleasure of your time. Welcome to the African Portal Radio. But before I allow you to come into the studio, let's quickly hear this. I'm coming. Let's hear this. This is one of the moments that we captured on the African Portal. Let's hear this.
See me see trouble. This is me on that day. The snow. Now wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. See me see trouble. See snow they rain on me. Trouble they sleep with the look for ammo. See me and see me see trouble. We just go from the campus back to moving towards our apartment now. We just go now. No, God save us. God save us. He don't do. He don't do. He don't do.
That is one of the moments that we captured on the African Portal Radio. A lot are still coming on this broadcast this hour. But I just want to quickly allow those of you that you're already in the studio to please kindly come in. Let's celebrate this great leader together. I cannot do it alone. This is big. And when I have icon like this, I also need all hands on deck to support and to be part of this celebration. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. I can see goodness. Thank you for coming in to be part of this conversation and celebration. I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir. And also, Unique, thank you very, very much. Let me allow you to quickly introduce yourself to the listeners at home. And a lot of people will like to know who is behind the camera. Let me start from Goodness.
Good day, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Goodness Ojo. I'm the
Okay.
daughter to the younger brother, Professor Sunday Ojo.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate it that you connect to this broadcast this hour. 70th birthday is not a joke, it's a long journey. Tell us a bit about Professor Ojo and tell us what this 70 means to you personally.
Wow. That is a great person. It's a very, very great person. It's a selfless person. Someone who would go all out to make sure that you are fine. Someone that would, he wants your growth. He's always wants to see people moving forward. Yes, he doesn't want it to be stagnant. He wants to be like, okay, this person is doing well, my daughter is doing well. It's not just about his own biological children alone. Like, he carries everyone in the family along. He treats us like his own biological children. He's an amazing person, always ready to listen, always ready to talk, always ready to talk about it, the lecture things and all. So that is an amazing person. He's always going out all the way for us, especially me. Daddy, thank you so much. God bless you. We love all what you're doing, and we pray that God will continue to uphold you for us in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, sir.
Amen. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, Goodness. I really appreciate this. Goodness, let's talk about the lesson that you personally, that you can say, this is one of the things that I am applying to my daily life, and I get it through this great leader of our time. Do you have any lesson that you are using as one of the yardstick that you are using on a daily basis in your own personal life?
Okay, yes. The fact that I have to always turn up for my siblings is something that Daddy does. It's like, you know, when they say that I don't know how to say it in Yoruba very well.
Indeed.
So that's something that he has taught me. Hello.
Yeah, we're with you. Continue.
Okay, so that's something that I've learned from him, having to turn up for my siblings every now and then. And like, being great is not just about me alone, but I have to carry everybody along with me. So that's one thing I've always learned too. Yes.
That is one of the great things about this great leader of our time. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So I want you all to hold your camera because it's time for us to sing for Daddy now. We're going to sing for him before we get into the business of the day. I also have Daniel connected. Daniel, you can come in as well. Let's all of us in one voice start celebrating this great leader. This program is live on the African Portal Radio TV. It's live on our Facebook. It's live on our YouTube. It's live on all our social media. This is a global celebration. This is a world-class celebration. This great leader deserves a world-class celebration. So if you are connecting with us, please go to Facebook, share this program, like it, put your comment there. You can as well call in. Call me on +277 7033 584. Let's have the conversation because the time is coming that we're going to engage him because we need to drink out of the well of knowledge that God gave to him. So everyone in the house, join me to celebrate this great leader of our time. Join me to celebrate Professor Ojo in style, and that is Professor Sunday Olusegun Ojo. Let's sing for him. Unmute yourself and let's sing 1, 2, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Daddy. Happy birthday to you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless you, Daddy. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Thank you very much for those of you that are connected. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook, on YouTube, and you are sharing it, thank you very much as well. Please keep sharing it, keep talking about it. Let me quickly engage Daniel. Daniel, you are there. You are in the studio live and direct. Let me hear from you, Daniel. Can you let the people at home know who you are and where you are?
I'm Daniel Ojo. I'm from Nigeria.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much. Tell us something about Professor Ojo. Who is Professor Ojo to you?
That is a big daddy to me. He's someone that I look forward to. He's someone that I love so much. He really do so much for me and my siblings and my family. I really appreciate him for that. That is a good person. And I look forward to work in his path as a computer scientist, as he is.
Great.
Wow, 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 wow. You see, the legacy is one of the things we are celebrating here on this broadcast this hour. We are celebrating the achievement, we are celebrating the legacy, and we are celebrating his charisma. This is one of the great leaders of our time that proved to other continents in the world that Africa, we can do it. And that is one of the reasons why we are putting him on the spotlight on the African Portal Radio TV. Also, Kayode is joining us. Let me also allow Kayode to come in. As many people as we can accommodate, we are going to accommodate you on this program this hour. Sir, I welcome you to this broadcast this hour. Thank you for connecting. I just want you to greet everyone at home and let them know where you are and who you are.
Because you cannot be discussing. Good afternoon, everybody, and congratulations to my friend Olusegun. Ojo is my name. I'm joining you from Nigeria.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you for connecting to this broadcast. This is a live broadcast coming to you from the African Portal Radio TV International. You know, Africa is a continent where people don't celebrate. We don't celebrate ourselves when we are still alive. But we are changing the narrative. We want to celebrate people when they are still here. Whatever you want to say, we want to say to their face and celebrate them while they are here. And that is the idea. That is what the African Portal is all about. So I just want you to let the people listen to us at home know what you know and who is Professor Sunday Ojo to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I call him Olusegun. Professor Ojo and I met at the University of Ibadan in 1975. We both studied computer science and sat in the same class for 3/4 years. Thereafter, we went our different ways. He went to academics, and I went to professional practice. Thank God for where we are today. Segun is not only a classmate, he's been a personal friend, a committed man of God, a dedicated academic, and an extremely hardworking person. I have a lot of respect for him, and I doff my heart for him always. He's gone through challenges in life. We came out of university in 1979. 1979, how many years ago now? 44, I think. Yeah, that's 44 years ago.
That is 44 years ago.
Yeah, that's 44 years ago. And that's not that's not a child's play by any consideration.
Mm-hmm.
We thank God we're alive. It's today 70. I turned 70 last November. So we are gradually becoming a class of septuagenarians and octogenarians. It's been a wonderful relationship all along. May God continue to preserve our friend, bless him, prolong his life.
Amen.
Thank you very
Amen.
much, moderator.
Thank you,
Amen.
thank you very much, sir. I'm so I'm surprised, but something just come attention to me. You are Kayode Ojo. Are you from the same family, sir? Because the surname is the same, or is it a coincidence?
It is a
Oh, I'm
coincidence.
mixing it. I'll do it immediately. I finish
And in our class in the same university, three of us, if not four, bear the same. Well, we still bear that name today. Our son name was Ojo. He's Olusegun Ojo. I'm Olukayode Ojo. We are not in any way related by blood. No. We come from the same region of our country, but from different states of that region. But by association, we are strongly related today, and not only related, we are connected.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very, very much, sir. Sir, it is a great pleasure having you, but I do this because I want to introduce this program. Professor Sunday Ojo is an international man. A lot of people will be connecting with us, and that is why I'm using this language. But going forward in this program, we're going to be using the Yoruba, because one of the things I love about him is that he loves everything about Yoruba. Dressing wise, everything about Yoruba is always there. So from here, let me take us back to the motherland and let's drop this foreign language. Let's go back to the Yoruba land. Ẹ ká sẹ́kúrò lẹ́kùn ìyálẹ̀ tẹ́ bá bínú pé dèbò mo fi wọlé ojú òkùnkùn ní tìyín ẹ wò ó káròdì mọ́ṣọ káròṣọ mọ́dì kídì kọ́mọ́ ti gbófo náà ni bàbá wa ti ṣọjọ́ òbí lónìí ẹni pàtàkì ẹni ẹ̀yẹ kò sí èdè tó lè ṣàlàyé bàbá yìí tó dàbí èdè Yorùbá. Yorùbá wò wọ́n Yorùbá ní pé àwọn ni ògúnnágbòǹgbò tí ń dátọ́ lẹ́nu ìgbín. Òyìnbó ò lè sọ, òdìbò ò tiẹ̀ nítumọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Àwọn lògúnnágbòǹgbò tí ń dátọ́ lẹ́nu ìgbín, onímọ̀ ni wọ́n, olóye ni wọ́n, Ọlọ́run gbà fún wọn nínú iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yàn láàyò. Bàbá lónìí tí ń ṣọjọ́ bí yín, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa pátápátá wọ́n ní kí n máa ṣe yín pẹ̀lẹ́, wọ́n ní kí n máa ṣe yín níhò, wọ́n ní kí n máa sọ fún yín pé àṣọdún mọ́dún ní ṣàwọ̀ àṣọdún mọ́dún àṣòròmorò ní ṣàwọ̀ àṣòròmorò. Wọ́n ní pé kókó báyìí làárọ̀ ta lé pé ẹ pẹ́ bí wọ́n pẹ́ ṣe pẹ́ o, ẹ fèrègì ìjòbí. Lágbára Èdùmàrè òkè ọ̀la tẹ́gùn ẹ̀ ní jábọ́, lágbára Èdùmàrè àṣẹ ṣàmọ́dún, ọdọọdún là ń rórógbó, ọdọọdún là ń ráwùsá, ọdọọdún là ń rọ́mọ obì lórí àtẹ, kì í ṣọ̀fọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ni. Ọdọọdún là mọ̀ rí yín bá bàbá ẹ pẹ́ lórí ilẹ̀ yìí, ẹ sì lọlẹ̀ pẹ́ lágbára Èdùmàrè. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, ẹ kú fọmọnìyàn ṣe, ẹ kú kó lè dá, ẹ sì kú ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú. Abáyéyọ̀ lónìí tí ń ṣe ọjọ́ bí yín, a sì bá yín dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùà tó fún yín lọ́jọ́ òní, tó fún yín lọ́jọ́ òní ní. Àwọn èèyàn wọlé lọ́tún lọ́sì, àwọn ará ọ̀rẹ́ àti iye kan wọ́n wọlé tí wọ́n ń bá wa ṣe yín ní pẹ̀lẹ́, wọ́n bá wa ṣe yín ní o. Bàbá wa Káyọ̀dé Òjó, àwọn náà wà lórí ètò yìí gbàgì láti ìlú láti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí. Bàbá wa Káyọ̀dé Òjó, ẹ ṣeun, ojú òní tì yín bàbá, ẹ má bínú pé dèbò ni mo fi wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́ dèbò àti wọ́n náà bá ṣe yọkù tí ó yẹ pé ìkọ̀kan lákàn máa lò. Bàbá mi ẹ bá ń káwọn tó ń pọ̀ yín lé, kẹ bá ń fi ọmọlúàbí, kẹ bá ń fi wọ bàbá wa Sunday Òjó.
Òjó, ọ̀kàrẹ̀ o olùdarí, ó dáhùn bí ọmọ lẹ́ǹsì. Ọ̀rẹ́ pàtàkì ojúlówó ni èmi àti Professor. Àjọlọ́léèwé, àṣeṣẹ́ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ àdúpẹ́ ibi tọ́lọ̀ mú wa délé ni. Wọ́n ń gbàdúrà fún pé àpẹ́ láyé ọjọ́ àdálẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin náà tẹ́ ń ṣerú eléyìí fún wa, tẹ́ ń ṣe fún bàbá àtàwọn ọmọ wọn àtàyà wọn, ọjọ́ gbogbo àpẹ́ lórí ilẹ̀ ayé. Ẹ kú ohun bẹ ṣe ń sọ èdè yẹn, ó dùn mọ́ mi. Ṣé ilẹ̀ South Africa náà lẹ ti ń sọ èdè Yorùbá tó jágara tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí?
Orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa láwa bàbá, èdè Yorùbá náà lèdè kan ṣoṣo tó máa fi ṣẹ̀dá ayé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Òun náà fi kọ Bíbélì níbẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé kí wọ́n tó bẹ̀ sí yí padà láwọn arábí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ọ̀kàrẹ̀ ìdè yẹn tó wà máa bá tán kó máa káàkiri ilẹ̀ àgbáyé.
Ẹ ṣeun gàṣà.
Nígbà tó bá yá, àwọn tó ń jowú wa lọ́tún lósì àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun wọ́n ti ń wá síbí sì wá kọ́ èdè Yorùbá. Wọ́n ti ń kọ́ nílẹ̀ China, wọ́n ti ń kọ́ nílẹ̀ gbogbo, wọ́n ti wá ń kọ́ irú aṣọ tá à ń wọ̀ bí aṣọ àdìrẹ àti gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ti wá ń kọ́. Wọ́n ti ń jí àdìrẹ wa lọ sílẹ̀ China, tán ti lọ ń kọ́pì ẹ̀, tán ti lọ ń ṣe àpàdélu díẹ̀, tán tún wá ń kó wá síbí wá tà. Ó ṣeun bàbá àwẹ̀, ó ṣe gan bó ṣe ń bá tán èdè.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá mi.
Bá fẹ́ yí òun padà sí èdè Èkìtì lèmi nílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Ẹ jẹ́ àlọ́bẹ̀ bàbá mi, ẹ jẹ́ àlọ́bẹ̀ ọmọ olókè méjì takọtabo.
Ọ̀kàrẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ àlọ́bẹ̀ bàbá mi, ẹ jẹ́ àlọ́bẹ̀. Àṣẹ bàbá mi.
Wọ́n ti dá Ọlọ́run máa yẹ ọ́.
Àmì o bàbá, àṣẹ o.
Ọba ti gbé àṣẹ gbé.
Àṣẹ o bàbá. Àṣẹ o bàbá.
Ọba ṣe fọ ọba tẹ mọ ìlú bá gbà á dún ni.
Àṣẹ o bàbá. Àṣẹ o bàbá.
Yorùbá orílẹ̀-èdè ibi tó ọtí fọ̀. Alẹ́ Yorùbá ní débẹ̀.
Àṣẹ o bàbá.
Àyẹ̀bá yá kété là gbà. Ọyọ́ pé ọyọ́ ìyá ni. Ṣùgbọ́n a ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọ̀kàrẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá.
Inú mi dùn. Ètò kò ṣe ètò gidi ni o ṣeun bàbá. O ṣe okó o dáhùn.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá.
Ọ̀yọ́ lọ̀rẹ́ mi, Ọ̀yọ́ ní ti gbàgbàlé.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá, ojú òní tì yín, ẹ ní dààmú lágbára ìrìnàyà, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa, àgbà òní tán lórílẹ̀ o, àgbà òní tán lórílẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ pẹ́ òkú lọ́wọ́ yín pé ẹ wọlé láti bá wa gbé bàbá wa níyì, láti bá wa gbé wọn lẹ́yẹ. Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ máa bá wa.
Ẹ yọ̀ǹda fún mi sí tó mo tún fẹ́ lọ sórí ètò
láìpẹ́. Ẹ ṣeun gọ́sà, àwa náà ní pẹ́ máa sọ pé àní pẹ́ kò lórí ètò.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ń dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ dúpẹ́ o, ẹgbẹ́ wa lárugẹ lónìí o.
Congratulations. Ọkọ oríire. Ọba dẹ̀dì yòókù a máa ṣe lálẹ́.
Tó dà sà. À á pàdé lálẹ́. Ẹ ṣe bàbá, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o, ojú òní tì yín. Ẹ ṣe gọ́sà, ẹ ṣe ọ̀tà, ẹ ṣe ọ̀tà. Yes sir. Ẹ̀yin ti gbọ́ ní gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé bó ṣe rí náà nù. Ẹ wò ó, ibi àpè lórí ẹnìkan fi tẹ̀lẹ̀. Yorùbá ni wá, a ní ṣàṣànù, a sì ní sọ lẹ́nu. Orí agbágbé tá a wà yìí, orí ètò bàbá ètò náà ni nílùú Victoria làwà. Ẹlẹ́rù àmì ìtìtì lórí òkè Waterkloof, ibẹ̀ láwà yìí, ibẹ̀ láti ń dá kẹ́kẹ́ lúkẹ́. Bàbá wa ní ṣọjọ́ òbí lónìí, ẹ mọ̀ pé táwọn èèyàn ńlá bá ń ṣọjọ́ òbí orí the African Portal náà lẹ́ẹ̀ ti rí wọn. Bàbá wa Professor Sunday Olusegun Òjó, àwọn ní ṣe ọjọ́ òbí lónìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà lórí ẹ̀sán, ẹ bá ń gbé wọn níyẹ̀, ẹ bá ń gbé wọn láyẹ̀, ẹ bá ń gbé wọn lẹ́yẹ̀, ẹ bá ń fi ọmọlúwàbí, ẹ bá ń fi wọ̀ wọ́n. Bàbá ẹ já wọlé sórí àtàgbé tí a ti jọ máa fọ̀rọ̀ ju sómi toro ọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n bá yín jó, wọ́n bá yín yọ̀, àjọ jó lórí ètò yìí tó kúrò, àwọn orin ti wà. Mo pe bàbá Sànní, mo pe bàbá Òbé pé káwá bá ń kọrin fún yín kájọ ṣe ayẹyẹ ọdún tọdún yìí. Lágbára Èdùmàrè ti ṣọdún ọdún yìí, ọdún tí ń bọ̀ nínú àlàáfíà, nínú ìbùkún, nínú ìtẹ̀síwájú, òun náà ni ẹ fi ṣe. Àníkún owó, àníkún ọmọ, àníkún ìtẹ̀síwájú, àdínkù àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀ òun náà ni ó mọ̀ jẹ́ tiyín tí a rí pé gbàtà wọnú èdè Yorùbá yìí ó dàbí gbàtà jẹ́ wípé ṣe ni wọ́n po oyin wọ́n po mọ́ ṣúgà ó ń dùn àwọn èèyàn láwọn ò tí ì gbọ́ Yorùbá lẹ́nu yín bàbá ẹ bá ń káwọn tí ń gbọ́ yín lé kẹ́ ẹ bá ń darúkọ ara yín.
Èmi ni ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Sunday Olusegun Òjó, ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀rọ aṣárébíàṣá akọ́ ní yunifásitì Ìbàdàn, a tún gbéra lọ sí yunifásitì ní Glasgow ní Scotland ní ìlú Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. Ẹgbẹ́ láti gba oyè ìjìnlẹ̀ nínú eléyìí tí wọ́n pè wá ní ọ̀mọ̀wé ńgbà yẹn ká tó wá di ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n. Àti ṣiṣẹ́ ní yunifásitì Ìbàdàn, a tún ṣiṣẹ́ ní yunifásitì Botswana, a tún ṣiṣẹ́ ní yunifásitì Zululand South Africa, a ṣiṣẹ́ ní yunifásitì tí wọ́n pè ní Suwani University of Technology ní South Africa náà. Ní ìsìn à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Durban University of Technology, a tún ń ṣe consultant fún wọn ní University South Africa. Láìpẹ́ wọ́n pè wá sí ibi tí wọ́n pè ní Potsdam University ní Germany. Ibẹ̀ ni tí ẹgbẹ́ yọ tí yìnyín ti ń pa wá lórí, tí wọ́n fẹ́ra mi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ pé kí ni mo tún ń wá kiri, mo tún fi wá sínú yìnyín báyìí. Nígbà mo gbénu yìnyín fọ́dún mẹ́rin ní Glasgow tí yìnyín tó tutù mọ́ mi gan-an, ìgbọ́n adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé jẹ̀yẹn lájẹgbé, Olúwa ràn wá lọ́wọ́, ó gbé wa débi tá a dé lónìí. Mo sì tún sọ fún yín ní àsìkò yìí, mo ń ṣe alákòóso ètò lórí ìkójọpọ̀ project kan à ń pè ní carbon literacy for youth employability and job creation in sub-Saharan Africa. A fẹ́ wò bá a ṣe lè ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ àyípadà àwọn environment wa tí ó ń dá oríṣiríṣi ọ̀ràn sí wa lọ́rùn, bí a sì tún ṣe rí pé àwọn ọmọ wa náà tí wọ́n ń lọ sílé ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n ń jáde wọ́n ń ríṣẹ́ ní ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà. So ní àsìkò yìí mo ń sọ lórí àwọn project yẹn tí mo ń ṣe alákòóso pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn tó wá láti Sevillaland University ní United Kingdom, Ládòkè Akíntọ́lá University Nàìjíríà, Kìsì University in Kenya, Durban University of Technology ní South Africa àti Innovate Durban náà ní South Africa. Àwọn márùn-ún la kó láti mú àwọn èrò jọ tí mo ṣe aládarí wọn ká lè pètò ká lè pèrò bí a ó ṣe jẹ́ kí ohun tí ó ń da Áfíríkà láàmú àwa bí a ó ṣe ṣe ètò tí ó fi dára. Èyí ni mo fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí Olúwa ṣe ràn wá lọ́wọ́ dé.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá, ẹ ṣeun ó
tí a gbé mi lárugẹ lónìí. Olúwa máa tún ti yín náà ṣe, Olúwa máa tì yín lẹ́yìn.
Àmì àṣẹ o. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá, ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní gba yín. Inú mi dùn pé àlàyé tẹ́ ṣe nípa iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe nípa àyíká àti nípa àwọn ohun tí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ètò àyíká wa. Ó jẹ́ èyí tí a tún mẹ́nubà náà lórí ètò yìí kó tó di pé mi àti yín á dàgbére pò lórí ètò yìí. Mo sì ní bí ìṣẹ́jú mélòó díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yín tá a lò lójú òpó ètò yìí, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n máa gbé wọnú òyìnbó díẹ̀díẹ̀ torí àwọn ọmọ mọ̀ wípé ẹ pẹ̀lú òyìnbó, àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó sì mọ̀ yín, wọ́n mọ̀ yín pẹ̀lú èdè òyìnbó, wọ́n mọ̀ yín pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín, pé Yorùbá tó dáńtọ́ ni yín, ṣùgbọ́n àánú wọn náà ó dùn tó bá ń gbọ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ nínú kan tèmi àti yín dájọ́ ń pẹ̀kẹ́lù lórí ètò yìí. So I love what you say about the environment and the university coming together to find a solution to the problem facing Africa, especially when it comes to the climate change. A lot of people think that is a joke, but is a reality and is affecting our environment. What is this all about? Especially the project you are you are the one in charge. You are the one leading the team. What do you want
Right.
to tell the world about it and Africa?
The project we are embarking on, which is called Carbon Literacy for Youth Employability and Job Creation of Sub-Saharan Africa, is a project that there's 5 institutional partners under the British Council Innovation for African Universities. Of late, the British government, through its British Council, feels that it will be more profitable to get Africans together, to work together to provide African solution to African problem. Every problem is context defined, and so must be the solution provisioning. So if you have problem in Africa relating to our development, for example, we have a youth unemployment challenge in Africa, where we have almost 2/3 of our population of youth age. And this is where we have in some country over 60%, 50% youth are unemployed. Then they become a ready tool in the hand of terrorists, in the hand of people who can devastate economy. So the British Council, on behalf of the British government, started Innovation for African University program in 1921, and they invited academic researchers all over sub-Saharan Africa to partner with institutions in the United Kingdom. They asked us to form consortium of between 3 to 5 institutions. So, I'm based in Dubai University of Technology, so I was tasked to now come up with a project that will bring together and take this partnership and take advantage of the opportunity offered. So what the British Council did is a kind of paradigm shift in how the British government fund development program in Africa in particular. They in those days, when they provide the fund, they will say whoever pays the piper must dictate the tune. They will not stop providing the fund. They will dictate what kind of African program we are solving. But they've shifted paradigm from that. They say, okay, we are providing the funding. You Africans determine what challenging problem, grand challenge in your continent you want to address. Put together partners to involve African institutions and one UK partner. And then so that we can synergize and collaborate to provide that African solution to African problem. So under my leadership, we put together a team from Kisii University in Kenya, Ladoke Akintola University in Nigeria, as well as Sheffield Island University in the UK, plus Durban University of Technology, where I'm based. And then we have Innovate Durban, which is we call the ecosystem player organization. They're the one who support youths in their startups, and the like, entrepreneurship there. So we conceptualized a project we called Carbon Literacy for Youth Employability and Job Creation in Sub-Saharan Africa. How do we come about that? We discover from our initial preliminary research that our African economy is predominantly resource-based and climate-dependent. The implication is that when there's any devastation effect of climate change, it just pulls down our economy. It leads to youth unemployment. It leads to food insecurity. Imagine where we couldn't plant our corn, we couldn't plant our yam tuber, and then we couldn't put food on our table. Maybe even we have money, we can't get food to do. Or we now have to depend on GMO, genetically modified food, from outside Africa, and creating a lot of challenges for us. So we came up with this idea that as we solve the climate change problem, within the solution we are providing is an opportunity in where we call the green economy, where we can create job that is a spin-off from provide solution to climate change. For example, if we say Don't litter around with plastic papers, plastics, all over the place, creating environmental pollution. Now, we see in Kenya, for example, they're able to turn, they go into what they call circular industry, where they turn these nylon plastic papers into what we call bathroom slippers, for example, which they sell. That's just an example out of many there. So what we are doing is to provide, to bring people to be knowledgeable of the climate change and effect on our economy, our individual life, how our day-to-day activity is impacting the environment negatively, and we need to have a positive attitude toward the environment such that whatever we do, we minimize the negative impact. So while we maximize the positive impact we are having, now we didn't stop at that. We said that should be a means to an end for Africa. We shouldn't just be maintaining the environment for environment's sake. There must be something there for us. What's in there for us? We can advance our green economy, where we are turning things around. We are embarking on entrepreneurial activities that has lowest possible negative impact on our environment. So as we clean up our environment, as we build our environment for us to live longer in the environment, we are creating job opportunity for youth there. This is the stage that we have. We've trained a number of youths from Kenya, from Nigeria, from South Africa. Currently, we're developing a curriculum around the body of knowledge that we have developed, where we want to introduce to various higher education institutions in Africa so that they can adopt it, so that when they train their students, they don't train them as people who will be employment seekers, but employment creators, because they will come out more employable, they will have more capacity for job creation. This is the crux of what we are doing and the direction we are going. Thanks to the British Council and the British government changed the paradigm that we should find solution to African solution to African problem, rather than esoteric solution that are going to complicate our situation rather than ameliorating it. So this is the project that I'm talking about.
Really appreciate that. This is a very lovely one for everyone connected to this broadcast this hour. Please keep sharing it. I can see that a lot of people are coming in. Please kindly share, like, and let it go viral. This is one of the great leaders, live and direct on the African Portal Radio. Professor Sunday Ojo is on the African Portal. This is where we get the updates of the progress happening in Africa. So I'm sorry to say this, but why is it have to be the British Council to come up with this idea? Where is Africa all this while? Why we don't start this by ourselves? Why they have to be the one champion this kind of idea?
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you point to this. We are lacking in appropriate, I want to use that word carefully, political leadership in Africa. Leaders that are ready to lay down their life to advance Africa. Not leaders who will be exploiting Africa and enriching other parts of the world at the expense of Africa. Now, it's a pertinent question. Why should the British government come here with the idea of innovation for African universities aimed at building entrepreneurial universities so that we can be producing entrepreneurial graduates who are more employable, who are better job creators rather than job seekers? It's a challenge that British Council has to initiate this. Not only initiate, but they provide the fund. Where our African leaders? Where is the African Union coming together? And I believe that why the British Council initiate this is a high opener to us. We as African institutions, we are lacking in collaborating to solve African problems. We like competing. But this platform created by the British government has enabled us to see it's possible for Africans to work together to provide African solutions to African problems. And we're looking forward to extending this beyond the confines of the 5 institutions currently working on this. By the time we finish our curriculum, we introduce to various African institutions, we believe that this thing is going to go beyond the earlier conception than the initiators had, to benefit Africa maximally.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I will engage you a bit on this because this is a very, very important aspect of this conversation. So let's look at going forward now. Is there anything you are doing to make sure that in the next coming years, it will no longer be the British Council coming up with this idea again? It will be the Africa championing the things that have to do with Africa, the solution to the problem by the Africa, through the Africans. Is there anything you are doing in this committee to make this a reality?
Thank you very much. I remember sometime about 2 years ago, pre-COVID, they put African Union, NEPAD in particular, they put a group of us together to look of artificial intelligence for African development. And which is a very good initiative. We are all Africans, where we have white people among us, they are really white Africans, in South Africa. So we have put together idea strategy. How can we exploit artificial intelligence, in an appropriate way, what we call in a responsible way, so that the negative impact of technology adoption will not make our initiative boomerang on us. So we were all African doing that. Now the team I'm leading also, except for our colleague from the Sutherland University in the UK, all of us are Africans. Again, preparing or developing strategically solution appropriate for African problem. As I said earlier, every problem is context defined, so must be solution provisioning. What do we do? So that we can sustain this tempo, so that we can see this thing continue for future. When people like us, we pull back. So what we do is that we inbuilt into it the development of human capital at the high level. We recruited postgraduate students from Nigeria, from Kenya, then of course from South Africa. Durban University of Technology has a comparative advantage compared to LAUTECH in Nigeria and KISI's Kenya because of the infrastructural advantage that South Africa has, above other African countries. So we've recruited postgraduate students because we believe that the sustainability of this project will depend for its future, will depend on creating a critical mass of Africans with capacity to take this idea beyond what it is now. So when our leaders are seeing Africans initiating solutions to African challenges, I think they will be prompted to play their own political leadership role so that we start providing African solutions to African problems. Many of the solution models being brought to Africa, we have what we call model mismatch. When we think that we have a problem in Africa similar to what they have in UK, and we want to just take the problem that when we just don't take the solution provided in UK and think that we can just use that directly without any adaptation. So we are on the journey to provide the African solution to African problem, and which will attract the interest of the political leadership to say we have the competence in Africa law to do this, rather than looking across our soldier every time we have a problem. Is there a solution in UK, in the US, and everything? We are capable to provide African solutions to African problems, and this direction we are pushing this project.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Prince Victor Oyebanjo, watching you from Malanga, say Nice one. Keep it up. Good work, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That is a very long. So let me quickly take you on this because this is very important. I want you to take us, step by step. Why do you choose to study computer science in university? And what are the process then in the 1970s?
Yes, that's a very, very relevant question to me. I want to say that I chose computer science serendipitously, that is by chance. But really within me, I believe, is God who has led me in that way. I went to a university, I left the secondary school, got admission to university. Mathematics has been my best subject. When I did my first year university prelim in Nigeria at the former Jos campus of the University of Ibadan. After 1 year, they transferred us to Ibadan main campus, where we are able to choose what course we do. Some go to engineering, medicine. So it was that year, 1975, which my friend Kayode mentioned, that they were desperately looking for people who can do computer science. Computer science was not popular that people don't know it much. We don't know about it when we were in secondary school. So I found out about computer science in the university. Actually, I want to do economics. But because of my mathematical background, I was admitted to do computer science. And I came out there, get a 2-1, degree. And I fell in love with the that was as in the 70s, fell in love with the discipline. In those days, we were using mainframe. There were no laptops, no personal computers, no mobile phone, no nothing. We just have deck of cards we punch, that we feed in, we program. We did it in a very hard way. But when we finished there, I was to take up a job with the Central Bank of Nigeria to start from ground zero, their computing department there. But I've already done all the preliminary things I needed to do, including medical check and everything, to go and assume duty. I just had that voice. Go, you don't belong there. Go back to academics. That's how I just changed my mind to go and take lower salary, level 8, step 2, University of Ibadan as a graduate assistant. But as God will have it, that really pushed me to this level now. At that time, the government of Nigeria was trying to support universities to build capacity in scarce areas. When I joined the university, when I joined my department, there was 1 professor and 1 lecturer. I was number 3. Only 3 of us were full-time, University of Ibadan, computer science department. So that following year, 1981, they sent me to Glasgow University to go and study for my PhD, postgraduate. And I came back by God's grace with my PhD. You can see some of the picture there. And since then, I've never turned back. And what have really gladdened me, what has really been fulfilling me is how I've turned our success into significance, where we promoted a lot of postgraduate students, master, doctoral students of African origin, who are capable of continuing where we will stop eventually when age catches on us. But I'm still very, very strongly in the system, in pursuit of excellence in computing, turning my success to significance by building other Africans who can follow beyond our footsteps.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. Let me just quickly take our daddy is connecting with Sir Jimoh Salahu. Sir, you are live and direct on the African Portal. Ekas Baba mi. Ẹ má jẹ́ fèdè bò, mo gbọ́dọ̀ fèdè bò, mo gbọ́dọ̀ fọ fèdè bò. Torí pa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ èdè bò ló jẹ́ àwọn fèdè bò. Ẹ̀ ń gbé lẹ̀ nísìn. Bàbá mi mo kí yín mo júbà yín mo sì júbà kò tẹ dìmú mo júbà ọjọ́ orí yín mo sì júbà gbogbo tẹ fi ń jẹyàn ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí Àtàgbè ẹ bá ń kí bàbá wa Òjó wọ́n wà lójú Àtàgbà àwọn náà lọ́jọ́ lónìí àwọn ló lónìí ẹ bá ń kí wọn. Ẹ bá ń kí bàbá wa. ẹ ti wà lójú òpó. wọ́n wà ṣíṣì. Bàbá wa ṣe ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹ bá wa kí bàbá wa.
He was my classmate in the University of Ibadan. And
Wow.
just like Kayode Ojo, and we are friends now, you know, so.
Okay. Sir, we can't hear you, sir, but we can see you. We really appreciate you. Adúpẹ́pẹ́ wá ẹ̀sìn bá wa kí bàbá wa tó bàbá wa níyì ẹ̀ bá wa gbé wọn lẹ́yẹ ẹ ṣeun. Ojú òní tì yín, àgbáyé ò dalẹ̀ o. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Àgbọ̀ yín ṣùgbọ́n adúpẹ́ pé ẹ wọlé sójú òpó ètò yìí. Ẹ ṣeun gan, sir.
Could it be this micro is not spotted or what?
Hello, sir. Mi ò rò pé bóyá nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì wọn ni.
Baba Jima Salawu, my friend.
Nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì wọn ni ó ṣe.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, bá network o ní capacity.
Nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì wọn ni ó ṣe. Ẹ má bínú ó wù wá ká gbé yín sójú òpó ṣùgbọ́n nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì yìí ló dàbí wà tó jẹ́ pé ó ń ṣe apá kan jà mọ́. Ẹyin tí buhari gbogbo àgbáńlá yé iṣẹ́ ìgbàláyé tí bàbá wa ń là ńlẹ̀ lójú òpó ètò yìí. Ẹni tí mo fi ń ṣe lédè èbó náà ni wípé aṣọ ọ̀gbàlà ń dá fúngbà èyí tó bá yẹ ẹun náà fi ń gbéhun òun náà ló jẹ́ kí n ṣe lédè èbó kì í ṣe kókó pọ́n èdè èbó lé mo kàn fẹ́ ká sọ kó lè bá a lè yé gbogbo wa dáadáa ni ìgbà ń bọ̀ táwọn fìdí wa náà táwọn fi sọ gbogbo tó bá wù ká tá a fẹ́ sọ. Bàbá wa inú mi dùn ayọ̀ mi kún for everything you explained just now. I'm so excited about your journey. I'm going to Glasgow to study in Glasgow. Let's look at the difference between the education system then and now. What is missing? Look at the way everything was rosy in your time.
Yeah.
The opportunities and stuff like that. What is missing? What is missing in Nigeria education today?
Yeah. There's a saying, change your attitude, you can change your life. Now, you can say if you change a positive attitude to negative attitude, we know it's going to be negative life. And the same thing, negative attitude to positive attitude will be a positive life, resulting in that. I could see, I'm not claiming that we are better than the new generation, but we demonstrated more commitment to purposeful living. You know, our life were purpose-driven. We feel that our personal decisions are not private matters. Every decision we take in our time, it has implication, not only for our generation, but generations to come. We are very conscious of that. And if you have that mind, you have the opportunity, say, to go to a university. You don't just see it as if an entitlement. Rather, it is a privilege. It's a thing that several look for, they couldn't have. But nowadays, we have children encouraged by their parents cheating throughout secondary school days. They will write an exam for them. When they go and write jam, they write for them. Their parents are ready to pay for that. And like nowadays, there was nothing like that. We were really very committed. We take pride in hard labor, hard work. So we believe in burning the midnight candle, you know, so that we endure short-term pain for long-term gain. That was our attitude then. But I'm afraid I could see, due to negligence on the part of we parents, we are to blame. How could a child grow just in my family and then turn worse than, people in our generation? That was it there. Two, I think the kind of environment our political leadership are creating, where people who steal money, people who are corruptly obtained wealth, they showcase it, and people think that there's no need for hard work. I can do shortcuts to get what I want to get. I'm just saying this. So when we see generation with this attitude. They don't want to work hard to get to achieve, a thing. They don't want to endure short-term pain for long-term gain. I think there's a lot there. I could see that difference there. So the change in attitude of our youth generation, of our children and youth, occasioned by the inconducive socio-economic environment created by our political leadership, has bastardized our education. As I told you, I did honors degree in computer science in Ibadan. I jumped into the plane, went to the UK. I raised my head whoever cares raised his head. People, British students and several others. By the way, 3 British counterparts there, they couldn't complete their PhD. They dropped out. I came from Africa. I finished. Came back to Africa, and God has been able to use me as it is here, as it is now. So there's something wrong with our political leadership system, and then the kind of generation of our children who do not want to endure short-term pain for long-term gain, who could not define purpose for their living so that their life could be purpose-driven, so that you do a thing because it contributes positively to the attainment of purpose for which you are there. So I don't know whether I'm speaking too philosophically, but the reality is that I need to speak that way to really go to the root of the challenge that you have,
Sir, I really appreciate this, but I think I'm going to bring you back because today is the day of celebration. But I discovered that there is so much that we need to talk about. I don't want to take the main thing of today out of the content. I want to make sure that the celebration still continue while we're still learning some 1 or 2 things from you. Sir, today is your birthday. What is today means to you?
Today means to me a life of purpose fulfilled. When I look at where I came from a village called Agbagba in Atakumasa local government, where we even don't have pit latrine. It's open defecation. We live next to nature. What you get from the farm that we lived on. We have a primary school in a village. Moved to the city to do modern school, later secondary school, and so on and so forth. When I saw how I was the 6th child of my mother, but the first to leave because the first 5 died, and to see myself getting to 70 years of age, it's something of a great fulfillment by the grace of God who preserved my life. And it's not just preserving my life, living a wasted life. God has helped me when I look back, what impact we have made in the life of so many people as God enabled us. So I feel fulfilled, not only attaining this golden age, but also that a lot of our successes will be able to translate into significance by impacting lives. So I feel fulfilled.
Wow, thank you very much. This is very deep. So I just want to do this because it's very important. Can you quickly take us step by step, because this is like a biography as well. In the next 20 years, the coming generation will still sit down, listen to this. Let's take it step by step from the primary education, from the village where you're coming from. Tell us a bit from where you're coming from, see how you get to where you are. You can just narrow it so that we can quickly round up this section.
I remember that at the age of 3, I couldn't walk. And I have an abscess on my side, which they were locally treating and everything. And by God's grace, one day, they say a man who claimed to be a man of God came to a village and said that, God sent him to this village, Agwagba, that there's a little baby boy called Olusegun, that God say everybody in this village should be praying for this boy because he has needs of him. Nobody should do any evil to him and everything. My mother told me shortly after. I just took out one day. I started walking. And you won't believe it, I started my primary education at the age of 5. All I remember is that my hand could not reach my ear when they took me to the Baptist Primary School, Kesesha, in Atakumasa local government, in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And my father, being from Baptist, and the school belonged to Baptist, say, just take him, just take him, just take him. So they just took me, and I was able to do. I was telling my cousin now a few days ago, when he said, Shegun, you are not 70. I said, I remember how when I was coming to school one day, I poo-poo on myself. And my big sister would have to be cleaning me up in the river and everything like that. So we were laughing off, you know. I was so young that I was pooping on myself when I entered secondary school. So I finished my secondary school at that my primary school in that village school before I moved to Oshu to do a modern school. So it's coming out of a very checkered environment where people have lost hope. Several of my classmates, even you can't remember them after primary school again. They ended up in the farm and nowhere to be found. But God saw me through the primary education. I was able to go to secondary and then to the rest.
All right, sir. That is lovely. You know, a lot of people are laughing when you say you put yourself. Sir, let's look at the. You said this. The city you're coming from, your village, is where in Nigeria? Give us the.
It's in the southwestern part of Nigeria. It's currently in Osun State, Nigeria. It's a place under Takumasa local government, close to Elisha. And then I'm from Ede in Osun, but our parents went to have cocoa farm in that area. That's where we were born and we grew up in that environment. So it's called Okesha Baptist School. Takumasa local government. That's how you can remember its current dispensation under Oshu in Elisha area. Yeah.
Okay. How do you get to Ibadan, sir? How do you get to the University of Ibadan from Oshu? From.
Yes, I finished my father. I'm from a polygamous home. We are 18 children, between 4 wives. And after you finish primary school, my father will help you go through secondary. But even that, my father didn't even want me to go to secondary. He said I should go and learn a trade. He wanted me to learn a trade. But I just rebelled. I said, no, I can't learn a trade. I will have to go for education. So if I started secondary school at a place they call Ada, in Boripe local government today, that's where I started my commercial secondary school, where I thought I can learn accounting, commerce, and become an accountant and everything. So actually, I started secondary school myself before my father has to take over, you know. So I finished that secondary school in Nada, commerce. I had grade 1. I did my, then we call it concessional exam. We don't have a matriculate, what do you call this thing, jump. Then we did that, and I was admitted into just campus of University of Ibadan in currently Plateau State. That's why I spent my first year in the university to do the first year science. It was after that were given the option to move to, they wanted to start the University of Jos, but gave us, those who belong to University of Ibadan, to move to University of Ibadan, where we had the opportunity to go and do a course I was able to do, computer science. And as I told you earlier, actually, when I went there, I went to do economics, but they were really edge hunting for people who want to do computer science. Once you are good in maths, this just come on board. That's how I came into computer science, got to University of Ibadan.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much for that explanation. Before we get to celebration, I just want you to give the listeners at home a golden advice at 70. Let this go to your old and young. The golden advice at 70.
I'm somebody of a Christian background. I have faith in God. My advice is that we, starting from the fact that the beginning of wisdom is knowledge of God, the acknowledgement of our Creator, God. When we acknowledge and we live by how He wants us to live as a plain tenet of our the book, my own part, my Bible, I believe our wisdom for life will start from following what God wants us to do. Every life must be purpose driven. We must define a purpose for our life, and we do anything in life only if it contributes towards that purpose. And I believe many of our children who have gone haywire now, they call some Yahoo boys, armed robbers, and everything. I read of a sibling in Lagos who have now been sent to life imprisonment for armed robbery. To the same mother, same father, 2 children from the same family. How did that come about? If our life is purpose driven, we will not veer into things anyway. We not run our life as if we are playing a game, as if we are gambling. We will be driven, our decision making will be driven by the purpose we are defined for our living. That's very, very important. And we should know that every moment we have in life, time does not wait for anybody. We must maximize every opportunity that we have positively. And when we maximize opportunity, we can see that every opportunity that come our way will not come another time, and then we'll be able to do that. And lastly, as we grow older and older, we must be concerned about leaving a legacy that people will be proud to follow when we depart, not the other way around. We must translate our success, whatever we attain, into significance, by which I mean that our success should make no meaning to us unless it translates to success of others around us. That should be a tenet that should guide our living. And as we do that, blessing will come. If I see my students all over the world today, how they are a blessing to me because of what impact I've had in their life, I'm really thankful to God. It pays to show in the life of other people, and when we least expect, the reward will come. Thank you.
Well, wow. Thank you very much, sir. I wish I can engage you beyond this, but the time, and I know you have another program coming up. Let's celebrate this great man of our time. This is the African Portal Radio TV International, coming to you live and direct from Victoria, South Africa. Kudos to everyone joining us. Let me just quickly allow one person to quickly say happy birthday to Daddy before we say goodbye on this program. So if you are there, you are already live on the African Portal. Please switch on your camera, Kemi Moreni KG. If you are there, please switch on your camera. We just want you to say happy birthday to this great leader of our time. If you are there, please, we don't have much time. Please, if you are there, you can switch on your camera. If you are not there, then we can continue. Thank you. If you are there, just switch on your camera and let us hear from you and unmute yourself. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone joining us. We really appreciate your time for connecting with us and for being part of this great time on the African Portal Radio TV International. Thank you very much. Morenike, your line is on mute. Can you please unmute yourself? Please unmute yourself.
Congratulations. Happy birthday to you.
Thank
you, mommy.
More glorious life. Yes, you will live long in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
He was once my classmate and my senior and my teacher. Yes, he did. We love
You
you.
remember?
It's my sister.
Yeah,
It is
thank you very much, Mr. Kemi.
ẹ ṣe gọba
Thank you very much.
àgbáyé adalẹ àgbà òní tán lórílẹ̀ lágbára ìdùbàrè ẹ ṣe òyà wa ojú òní tìyẹ bàjẹ́ òní bá yẹ nírí pé sọ̀rọ̀ bí ó ṣe bí ọmọ ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o lágbára ìdùbàrè nígbà tí bàbá bá ń ṣe 80 tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe 80 á wà ń bẹ̀ táwọn ṣẹ̀yẹ fún yín nígbà tí bàbá bá ń ṣe 90 á wà ń bẹ̀ táwọn ṣẹ̀yẹ fún yín nígbà tí bàbá bá ń ṣe 100 á wà ń bẹ̀ táwọn ṣẹ̀yẹ fún yín lágbára ìdùbàrè ẹ ní kálukú o lágbára ìdùbàrè ẹ ṣe òyà wa ojú òní tìyẹ adúpẹ́ èrò tí ń wọlé rẹpẹtẹ sójú òpó ètò yìí ẹ jẹ́ tún pẹ́ nìkan sí ẹ ṣe gan Jonathan Ọláìfá tẹ bá wà ń bẹ ẹ jẹ́ sáré fi ìṣẹ́jú kan tẹbi kí bàbá wa tẹ bá wà ń bẹ.
That's my big brother, my senior in secondary school.
Ojú òpó wọn ti rí pété. Ó dà ẹja tẹ̀ wá torí àkókò wa torí kálíbà kó lójú òpó ètò yìí kẹ́ni lọ ṣàwọn kan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. Èrò pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ kan wọlé sójú òpó ṣùgbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ pé ọjọ́ rèé àròjọ sọ̀tò ọjọ́ tí ń rebi àná òòrùn tí ń rebi ọ̀tiwọ̀ mo kí gbogbo èyí tí ń gbọ́ ní gbogbo àgbáláyé mo kí yín nífẹ̀ẹ́ òdáyé níbi tí ojúmọ́ rẹ ti ń mọ́ wá mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu mo kí bàbá ọ̀jẹ́já tó ń gbé di ọ̀tẹ̀ tán lẹ́mọ́lẹ̀ pẹrẹgẹdẹ bàbá mo kí yín o mo júbà yín mo sì júbà bí tẹ́ ti ń bọ̀ mo ń gbé yín lọ lé mo gbé yín lọ ẹdẹ mọ̀ pọ̀ òrógbó ọmọ ajílálọ́ ọ̀ṣọ́ ọmọ ajífọjọ́ gbogbo dára bí egbin mo kí yín mo kí yín mo fi yọ ọmọlúàbí mo fi wọ̀nyí mo kí yín lọ́fà ọmọ lọ́fà mọ́jọ ọmọ abíṣujú ọkọ̀ ìjàkadì lóró tọ̀fà mo kí yín o mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu ẹ kúrọ̀ lẹ́ni gbogbo tẹ́ bá wù kẹ́ ẹ ti máa gbọ́ mi ní gbogbo àgbáláyé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ arómi sálẹ̀ gbẹ̀nẹ̀gbẹ́ mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu mo kí yín àkúrẹ́ olóyè mẹ́kàn mo kí yín lẹ́gbàá ẹ̀gbá aláké mo kí yín lẹ́ ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ adómadé ọmọ adìyẹ ògògò adìyẹ tó bà lókùn ara òrókùn ara ọ̀rọ̀ adìyẹ mo sì kí ń lẹ́kìtì ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ olókè méjì takọ̀tabo bàbá ojú òní tìyín lónìí tí ń ṣọjọ́ bí yín abáyíyọ̀ abáyí dúpẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn pátápátá ní gbogbo àgbáńláyé wọ́n ní mọ́ kí wọ́n ní mọ́ kì yín wọ́n ní kí n mọ́ fi iye ọmọlúàbí kí n mọ́ fi wọ̀ yín ẹ pẹ́ o lágbára ìbàrẹ̀ ikú tí yára apàdé òní yà lọ́dẹ yín ẹ pẹ́ bí mo pẹ́ ṣe pẹ́ ojú òsì ní tìyín lágbára ìbàrẹ̀ àjọṣe wa kò ní dojúrú lágbára Èdùmàrè ká tó mọ fèyí ṣèrọ́pò lójú òpó ètò yìí tí mo dágbére táwọn pàdé ara wa lálẹ́ òní ẹ pàdé wa ní orí prógrámù níbi tí bàbá láti máa ṣe wọ́n ní pẹ̀lẹ́ láti máa ṣe wọ́n ní láti máa bá wọn yọ̀ táwọn bá wọn dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè fún ọjọ́ ìbí wọn títí ọdún yìí Ọlọ́run ti lò wọ́n fọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdàgbàsókè nílẹ̀ yìí àti lókè òkun àwọn náà ni ọ̀kan lára àwọn ògúnnágbòǹgbò tí ń dátọ́ lẹ́nu ìgbín nílẹ̀ yìí àti lókè òkun ọgbọ́n wọn ìmọ̀ wọn òye wọn tọ́lọ́run fún wọn wọ́n ti lò ó fún ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀kan wà tí mo fẹ́ bá wọn sọ ṣùgbọ́n àkókò gbà wá láyè láti bá wọn sọ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí tẹ̀kọ̀ wọlé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá wa Kẹ́mi Mọ́rẹ́nikẹ́ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ èyí tẹ́ wọlé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọdé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àgbà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ èyí tẹ́ fẹ́ràn wa èyí tí wọ́n wá ojú òní tiwa ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wa ẹjẹ́ máa dágbére torí bàbá wa kán lè tètè lọ ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ní níwájú wọn bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ máa fèyí ṣèlọ́kò lójú òpó ètò yìí inú mi dùn pé mo pè yín ẹ wá sójú òpó ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn ètò ọjọ́ ìbí yín wọn ò gbé yín wá nípa èyí tẹ́ ń sọ nípa iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe nípa ìdàgbàsókè àyíká àgbèyé wa tí àjọ wa nà ń bẹ fáwọn èèyàn wa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa àti táwọn ọ̀dọ́ ṣe lè jẹ ìgbádùn rẹ̀ tí mùdùnmúdùn inú egungun tó lè bọ́ sọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà tó lásìkò rèé tí ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ ní láti jí kúrò lójú oorun tún gbọ́dọ̀ iná èsì òun jóyàn lẹ́ẹ̀mejì iná èsì òun tún gbọ́dọ̀ jó wa lẹ́ẹ̀kejì àsìkò rèé tá a gbọ́dọ̀ jí lójú oorun tá a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kó dára tá a bá ṣe kó dáa lọ́tẹ̀ yìí kọ́lọ́májò jẹ́ pé kọ́lọ́májò bọ́ orí fún wa mo dúpẹ́ pé òpin inú mi dùn ayọ̀ mi kún inú mi dùn mo sì dúpẹ́ pé ẹ lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti wá sí orí ètò yìí láti wá bá wa dúpẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ fèyí ṣèlọ́pò lójú òpó lédè òyìnbó lẹ fi dágbére lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ bá ń dágbére fáwọn tó wá gbọ́ wọn lédè Yorùbá kẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ará ọ̀rẹ́ iye kan àtòjúlùmọ̀.
mo dúpẹ́ ní ọwọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ péjọ ní ẹgbọ́n pa ètò yìí ní ìgbà tó kúrú ṣùgbọ́n àìsí péjọ ẹ lo ẹ̀rọ asárébíàṣá yìí tí ẹ fi lè jẹ́ kí ẹ jẹ́ ara nínú ètò ọjọ́ òní tí ẹ bá mi ń yọ ayọ̀ ọjọ́ bí mi ayọ̀ yín ò ní dìbànújẹ́. Bọ́lá ń ṣe fún wa ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ tó fún wa báyìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ti tó wa ẹ̀ jù wá lọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ti jù wá lọ, àgbà yín ò ní dàrú, Olúwa ó máa wà pẹ̀lú yín. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ olótú ètò wa Girls Olusegun, ètò iṣẹ́ kìtàkìtà tẹ́ ń ṣe láti lè gbé ètò Áfíríkà ní ẹ̀rùgẹ. Olúwa máa fún yín ní okun àti agbára, yóò sì máa fún yín ní ọgbọ́n àti máa tòye láti lè máa tẹ̀síwájú nínú iṣẹ́ ribiribi tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí. Mo dúpẹ́ o, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ péjọ, Olúwa yóò máa ṣe tún ti yín náà ṣe, yóò máa wà pẹ̀lú yín láti sin ìlú àti síláyé lórúkọ Olúwa wa. Àmín.
Ẹ ṣe bàbá, ojú òní tìyé, ìbàjẹ́ òní báyé. Ẹ já máa dágbére fún lójú òpó ètò yìí lórúkọ Olúwa Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun náà ni mò ń dágbére fáwọn tó ń wò wá ní gbogbo àgbáláyé pé bàbá lórúkọ Jésù ọjọ́ yóò dalẹ̀, àgbà yóò dalẹ̀, gbogbo tí Elédùà ṣe fún yín kò ní bàjẹ́ lójú ayé yín. Ẹ ní nàkan tó kẹ́ tó rí kan o, ẹ ní wálẹ̀ o, ẹ ní dológo àná lágbára Èdùmàrè. Nínú ayọ̀, nínú àlàáfíà lẹ́ẹ̀fi lọ́jọ́ ogbó yín, gbogbo àsìkò yín àtìgbà yín lórí ilẹ̀ ayé nínú ayọ̀, nínú àlàáfíà lẹ́ẹ̀tì wò ó. Agbára ọ̀run kó ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o, kí ìlérí àti májẹ̀mú tọ́lọ́run ti sọ nítorí ayé yín kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣẹ sí, kí ire àti ìbùkún tẹ́ ẹ ti rí gbà kó wá máa wá sórí ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa náà, káwa náà ká di ẹni ìbùkún bíi tiyín. Afọlá yín náà a fi tọrọ, a fi mọ yín a fi tọrọ, a sì fi àṣeyọrí yín a fi tọrọ lórúkọ Ọlọ́run ọba. Ẹ ní ṣàṣetì o. Mo dúpẹ́ pé lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá, a máa rí yín bá o. Ó dọjọ́ mi, ó dọjọ́ rin. A sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́ aṣọ. Ó dàbọ̀ bàbá. Ẹ ṣeun bọ̀. Ẹ ṣeun sà. Ẹ̀yin tí gbádùn gbogbo àgbáláyé, mo dúpẹ́ pé lọ́wọ́ yín. Àkókò wọn láwọn nǹkan tó pọ̀ tán fẹ́ ṣe, òun náà ló jẹ́ ká tètè dágbére kúrò lójú òpó ètò yìí kan lè ṣàwọn nǹkan tán fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí wọn náà, àwọn fọ́nrán àti àwọn fọ́tò àwọn ìgbà tí bàbá lọ káàkiri tí a kó pọ̀, gbogbo òru la fi ṣiṣẹ́ ní lórí. Òun náà ni àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ wò lójú ìwòran yín yìí, nígbà tí bàbá àti màmá tán ṣègbéyàwó àti ìgbà tán wà ní Botswana, nígbà tí bàbá wà ní Glasgow rèé, nígbà tí wọ́n ń kàwé, ìgbàgbéyàwó wọn, ọjọ́ ìgbéyàwó rèé, òun náà lẹ́ ń wò yìí bí àná yìí. Ọlọ́run ọjọ́ ìpẹ́ lọ, ọmọ ìpẹ́ dàgbà. Àwọn náà tún rèé nígbà tí wọ́n wà ní Ṣàngó Òde. Nígbà tí bàbá wà ní Ṣàngó Òde rẹ̀ rí i pé nǹkan ti ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ràgó. Nígbà tó wà láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí àwọn òyìnbó, ẹ̀rọ àwọn ọmọ òyìnbó gan tí wọ́n tún du bàbá tó ń kó bàbá jẹ, tí wọ́n kó wọn jẹ rush. Ẹ wò ó, ìwọ náà tún ní bàbá náà rèé, bàbá lẹ̀ ń wò yìí, ẹrẹ̀rẹ̀ agbádé abetí ajá wọn ó lé ńlẹ̀. Àwọn náà tún rèé nígbà tí wọ́n wà ní ilé ìwé ní orílẹ̀-èdè aláwọ̀ funfun. Àwọn náà lẹ̀ ń wò yìí lójú òpó ètò yìí. The African Portal náà ló mú wá fún yín tí a fi ń ṣe ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí òun bàbá wa Sunday Olusegun Ojo Platinum Year Birthday Celebration at 70. Ó náà ló ń wá sójú ìgbọ̀ràn yín, tó ń wá sójú ìwòran yín, tó sì ń wá sí ti ìgbọ́ yín lórí The African Portal Radio TV. Bàbá rèé nígbà tí a ṣe ayẹyẹ ọdún àṣà ní orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa lọ́dún tó kọjá nílùú Victoria. Àwọn náà lẹ́ ń wò ó, gbogbo èyí tó ń gbọ́ wa, èyí tó ń wò wá, èyí tó ń tẹ̀lé wa, mo dúpẹ́ pé lọ́wọ́ yín. The African Portal fún ìgbélárugẹ èdè, àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ojú òní tì wá o, ìbàjẹ́ òní bẹ́ẹ̀ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan wa, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé wa kò sì ní di ìbànújẹ́. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá, ẹ̀yin tá a jọ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tó jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún wa tá a fi wá sójú òpó ètò yìí lónìí. Mo dúpẹ́ pé òkun ó wù ní ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu, ṣùgbọ́n òfò ọ̀nà fún òun náà ni kò jẹ́. Bí wọ́n sọ gbàgbà pé àmọ́ bẹ ọ̀bẹ ní bẹṣu, irú àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ báyìí á sì bẹ̀nà wò. Ẹni bá dámọ́ bọ̀ nìkan là ní dé bá ń lé o, lágbára ìbàdàn á lọ, á padà wá, ẹ pàdé wa lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. Ètò kí apá sórí The African Portal, ẹ mọ̀ pé iná ló dànù sí àníṣẹ́ méjì, Ọlọ́run ọba náà ló kọ tiwa bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tí ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ̀yin tí wò wá, ẹ̀yin tó fẹ́ràn wa, ẹ̀yin tó ń fi tí ń gbé tiwa lárugẹ, ẹ jẹ́ àjọṣe wa náà ni. Ohun abájìjọrò àwọn àgbà ní kẹ́kẹ́ báyìí, òun náà ni òǹgó. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ polówó ọjà yìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ ká tiwa ká fi gbé tí yín lárugẹ, ẹ máa pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa polówó ọjà yín lọ́dọ̀ wa. Lẹ́dínwó sì náà ni ẹ máa rí wọn lọ́dọ̀ wa tí a sì máa fi tiwa ká máa fi gbé tí yín lárugẹ. Mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí, mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá wa Bùnmi Àlàbí. Ìyá wa ojú òní tì yín o, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín. Ní nàkan tó kẹ tó rí kan ò lágbára ìpàdé àjọṣewò sì ní dojúrú lágbára ìpàdé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń fi tí yín tẹ́ fi gbé tiwa lárugẹ, mo dúpẹ́ pé òkun lọ́wọ́ yín. Mo sì gbé lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe kòǹkárí Tinubu Support Organization. Ètò wọn ń pọ̀ lọ́nà yóò wà lórí the African Portal náà. À ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí jíǹkù lọ́wọ́. A ti ń ṣe àwọn jíǹkù iṣẹ́ nígbà táwọn jíǹkù bá jiná tán. Ẹ jẹ̀gbádùn rẹ̀ lédè Èbó, lédè Yorùbá, lédè Yíbò, lédè Haúsá, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la ṣe pọ̀. Ìbàjẹ́ ò ní bá wa, ojú ò ní tì wá, àníri ń gbé sọnù. Ẹ rántí pé ọdún kẹwàá wa yìí yóò dùn gbọ́ngbọ́n yóò kàn sí. Ọ̀kan lára àwọn ògbóǹtarìgì ìpínlẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ náà la gbé bọ̀, Professor PLO Lumumba ní àti orílẹ̀-èdè Kenya, àwọn náà lájọ máa ṣe pọ̀ ní orí the African Portal lágbára Èdùmàrè. Ire náà ni kó máa wọlé ẹnìkan kan. To everyone joining us, thank you for the pleasure of your time. I really appreciate your time of the African Portal, and I want to sincerely thank the great woman of our time, Dr. Bumi Alabi. Thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. And I want to use this time to say thank you to all the Tinubu Support Organization here in Southern Africa. Thanks for your support. We really appreciate it. The award night and the victory night is coming on the African Portal. It's going to be live, and the African Portal will be there as well. Watch out. Next month is going to be a great time on the African Portal. Remember that the African Portal, we are one of the people nominated for the award in America by the grace of God. That is coming by the 23-24 of this month. Everyone that wants to be part of it, you can be part of it as well. Call me on +27 703 3584. As we are drawing the curtain for this hour, I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of God. Do have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy birthday to Professor Sunday Ojo. I will celebrate this special day with you. We wish you long life and prosperity. In the mighty name of Jesus, we celebrate you. This is a classic, and this is one of the great time on the African Portal. World-class celebration. The African Portal Radio TV celebrates 70th birthdays of this great leader, Professor Sunday Olusegun Ojo. Platinum year birthday celebration, live and direct from here in our studio in Pretoria, South Africa. And it's been a lovely, beautiful conversation with him, and it's going to be a great time tonight. Join us. It's going to be a lovely time as we are going to be celebrating. The celebration still continue. To everyone join this broadcast, no matter where you are, no matter the country you reside. I say thank you for the pleasure of your time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for celebrating this great man of our time. I really appreciate it. Keep watching it, keep sharing it, keep talking about it. This is the African Portal. I said before we start this program that we're going to dance with him. So it's time to dance. It's time to enjoy the moment. It's time to celebrate this great leader, and it's time to say to God, thank you for this gift of life. So please join me as we bring on board one of the great African leaders. Let's celebrate Ludare all the way from Lagos, specially made for Professor Ojo. Ludare will be on the African Portal, celebrating Professor Ojo's birthday in style on the African Portal. Just to read, I will see you again.
Bàbá ó ṣe olóore mi.
Mo dúpẹ́ oore tó ṣe.
Olóore.
Olóore àtọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́.
Olóore.
Olóore àtọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́.
ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà lọ́tà ti dẹkùn dọdẹ mi.
mo dúpẹ́ o bàbá mi lókè lóko mi yọ.
ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà lọ́tà ti dẹkùn dọdẹ mi.
mo dúpẹ́ o bàbá mi lókè lóko mi yọ.
lùdàrẹ kí ló wá bá mi lẹ́rù.
kò sí o rárá.
kí ló fẹ́ já mi láyà.
rárá kò má ṣe fòyà agbára kí bá ti kì í já nípìnlẹ̀ lóko ìgbàlá mi. bàbá ó ṣe olóore mi mo dúpẹ́ oore tó ṣe fún mi.
ló fẹ́ já mi láyà sẹ́.
rárá kò má sí fòyà agbára kíkà tí kì í já nípìnlẹ̀ lóko ìgbàlá mi o. bàbá ó ṣe olóore mi mo dúpẹ́ oore tó ṣe fún mi.
bàbá ó ṣe olóore mi.
mo dúpẹ́ oore tó ṣe fún mi.
gbogbo ayé ló ti mọ̀ wípé Dáfídì o gbogbo ayé ló mọ̀ kọ́bọ̀rin ló jẹ́.
Dáfídì o gbogbo ayé ló